what's your name?
I'm Sarah Howe.
Sarah Howe, and you are
Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
Sarah's
Cool.
House of Clay pottery camps for the last 31 years. I'm coming up on my 31st year.
So how did you get started in pottery?
I was walking around, well, you want the long story? When I was 4, in the middle of a big old family, my next older brother, who was 5, and I were at each other's throats, and my mother plunked us out of it and took us camping in the Uwharrie National Forest, and I watched, I think it must have been Ben Owen Sr. Throwing pots as a 4-year-old. I have this image of me standing, dirt floor, sun coming in, somebody at the wheel, and that captured my imagination then. And then when I was 8, we went to Williamsburg. And there I am, and it's a Dutch door here, and I'm looking in over at people demonstrating. So when I was 14, I got a chance to try it. My mom's best friend was a potter, Clara Couch, Kitty Couch out of Charlotte. And she was willing to let me come and learn, and so she got me started on the wheel, and then she had some very important errands to run, and she would leave me working on it.
Yeah.
But I had extremely dry hands, and they cracked and bled, and I just like, I can't do it because it hurts. And so then I didn't do any more pottery until after college, and living in Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., walking around, the signs on the telephone poles said, "Buy your Christmas presents at Eastern Market Pottery."
Yeah.
So I did, because I always obey all signs. And as I walked in, there was a sign on the door that said, "Sign up here for pottery classes." My hands still cracked and bled and hurt, and that's my life. I just gotta use them or not, and it'll get better, worse, or stay the same, and it stayed the same. But in January of 1980, I started taking classes and getting down there as much as they would let me be in there. And I got married in May of 80, and we went out to San Francisco just for 3 months, and it was like, I'm not gonna get a job for 3 months. I'm gonna find a studio that I can use to find out if this is what I wanna do. 4 days a week in a studio in Noe Valley with this little gnome of a woman, and it was great. And I found out that yes, I do want to be a potter.
Yeah.
And I got back to DC, and I said I want an apprenticeship. And you don't usually just say I want an apprenticeship and have an apprenticeship be within reach and available that day. I did. I found one. Holly Rosenfeld was selling at the Torpedo Factory in Alexandria, Virginia, and the Torpedo Factory is one of these places where the artists are working, and you come and you watch the artist at work and you buy their work.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't like being watched. She likes to work at home, so she has an apprentice be the person who gets watched.
Yeah.
So for many years, the more people I had watching me, the better pots I made.
Nice,
Just
nice.
like Mike Mulligan and the steam shovel.
That's cool. I guess I've never thought of pottery as kind of like a performance art, but it is very interesting to watch, and it looks very almost meditative when you're doing it.
Yes.
What is it? 30 years is a long time. What do you love about just making pottery that makes you want to teach it?
No, what makes me want to do it is that the next one is always the next one's going to be better. I'm going to make the next one even better, and I'm going to get the glaze right. So for about 20 years, I was working on my forms, and people would come up to my booth and say, "What beautiful forms!" And I'd go, "Well, great, I thank you. I've been working on it for 20 years. Oh, what are you going to do in the next?" "Oh, color." And at the end of 20 years of working in color, people walked up to my booth saying, "Wow, what great colors." I said, "Thanks, I've been working on that for 20 years. And what are you going to do next?" Putting them together right.
Yeah, right.
So I've been doing that. I love being and working with children, and I don't teach. I don't plan out what they're going to learn. I disaggregated teaching and learning when I was raising my own children, unschooling them.
Yeah.
Because so often what you think you're teaching is not actually what's being learned.
Okay.
And so I bring myself out of that. I show the kids how to be safe on the wheel and let them go. And when they run into problems, they have questions, they ask me, I'm there, I'm happy to show them. I'm happy to answer their questions, put my hands on their hands to show them or talk to them, all the different ways there are to help them. And then on the hand building, same thing, just have at it. Sometimes we call that clay go, like Legos, but it's clay. You make it, you play with it, you mash it up, you put it back.
Yeah.
And that's, I had one kid come to camp 3 weeks in a row, his first time. He just mashed at that clay. And I didn't take photographs, but to watch the progression where there was he was just messing. He was just doing, he was playing, and he played his way into learning how to handle the clay. And the product is not, that first thing, it's not a product, it's a process. And I love the process, and I'm still at work in the process. And yeah, a lot of it is rote, and every time is new.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So what is it about Shakori Hills? You've been to this festival, or is this your first time?
I started as a vendor in the first festival. And at some point, I just can't stand sitting around all day long and not having my hands in clay. Yeah. And I had some friends who were doing demos. There used to be more people doing demos. And I joined the demo crowd, and then I'm the only one who survived that, because it's my happy place. My hands in mud, out in the sunshine, music all around me. That's what gets better than that.
It's truly incredible that you're sharing your happy place with everybody, especially the kids. Like, it's amazing.
And I had somebody told me on Thursday, on Wednesday the family went, what are you looking forward to at Shakori? And the little one is getting my hands in the clay. Yeah. And I'm very popular among the 6-year-olds.
That's awesome. Real quick, where can we find you? Where can we share info on what you do?
Okay, so I sell at the Durham Farmers Market, Durham, North Carolina. The farmers market every Saturday morning. My pots make their way there, if at all possible. Every once in a while I miss a Saturday, and you can always reach me through that. My website is Sarah with an H, Sarah House of Clay. So there are 2 H's next to each other. .net, and I do not ship.
That's all right.
Not willingly.
Well, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. Really cool. Thank you.